Hey friends, happy Tuesday. This is Tara with Tara's Tuesday Talk, and Merry Christmas. It's just around the corner. I just wanted to jump in today and share a quick story because it's the month of stories, and let you know that as a part of our journey here, Jorge and I also have been doing respite care. We did foster for a long time. We will probably full-time foster again. But this season of our lives, we've been doing respite care. And so this last 2 months, we've been able to take care of a sweet little girl, 18-month-old, and she was a delight and fun, and she fit right in. She slept all night, so she really was just a delight to have. It's such a fun stage of seeing them learn new words and interact with everyone. She was a little parrot. She would like to repeat us. And so while it was really hard to know that she had to transition to our family in her process because her foster family with Identity Mission had to do some travels, we were just delighted that once again, she didn't have to enter an orphanage, that we were able to keep her in a family and in an environment where she got one-on-one attention. So what happened last week was our family had the joy of handing her over to the Honduran family that adopted her. And so we met them for the first time, and very briefly last week when their adoption and all the paperwork and everything got finished, and DNAF called us in to pass her on. And so her new adoptive family gets to enjoy her for their first Christmas with her, and it was really neat to be a part of the process. Obviously, there were Jorge and I learned a lot because we had never done that part of the process as a foster family, to hand over a child to their permanent home. It had always been that we were a part of them going to another foster family because of just the dynamics of our role in keeping kids, doing emergency care and things like that. So it was really neat for us. I think it was good for us, a very large benefit, because that ending time is really hard on the foster family, even if they have looked forward to the joyful day of when the child gets to go to their permanent home. You're so excited that you've been a part of keeping the child out of an orphanage and giving them the love, watching them develop normally when you've seen kids in orphanages that don't just simply because of the one-on-one, just that's such a joy in knowing you've been a part of God's answer for that. And so while that is great, there is a lot of heartache in like all of a sudden someone who's been in your house and in your home for a long time isn't there, and their presence is missed. And so getting to be a small part of that, and even after 2 months, we were able to experience a little bit of that strange loss and sadness in the midst of joy. And so that was good for us to be able to be in the shoes of a lot of our families in that space. And while we've passed kids on before and we've missed them, it was quite a bit different. I think she just really fit into our home. And so it was just really good for us to even imagine how much more for her foster family that fostered her that whole time, and then other families, how much more that journey is like a bittersweet thing. And so I just wanted to share that with you today, because that was a little piece of our story this last week, and it was a big piece of her story. And so I just wanted you to know that joy of seeing that child go to permanency and knowing what you've provided for them, that's your joy too. In case you didn't know, your partnership, your donations to Identity Mission kept her out of an orphanage. And her story would have been quite different, because orphanages typically don't advocate, the majority here in Honduras do not advocate for their children to move on to permanency, to move on to adoptive family. They don't do the paperwork and the pushing a little in the welfare office and the encouraging. They don't do that, the majority. And it's because they want to raise the children. They have a heart behind, making sure they get good education and raising them to be the next leaders. And while there's a lot of honor in that, the fact that they don't get that one-on-one parental attention it does nullify what they're trying to do. It counteracts it because they're not getting the development that they need, the attachment that they need to be successful as adults. And you guys know all of this. And so I just want to celebrate with you because that's your joy too. You did that. This little girl went to her family, and because she grew up in a healthy family atmosphere, she's now able to healthily, in a very healthy manner, attach to her new adoptive family. And that's what research proves, that if children have developed well and have attached well, then even when that attachment is broken, they're able to make a new attachment, a strong, healthy attachment with their new permanent family, whether it's reintegration or adoption. And so you've been a part of that. And so I just want to encourage you today. This is my simple ask. We need you to be a part of it again. Whether you've donate regularly, donated before, or have never donated to Identity Mission, we need you to jump in this month. If you donate regularly, you can consider doubling your donation just this month to help us reach our goal. We're just now at 23,000, and we need to be at 150,000 to be able to grow and maintain all that we do now next year. And so this campaign's really a big deal for us as an organization, and it's a really big deal for you, I know, to get your end of the year giving in there for your tax purposes. And so just share this with a friend. Maybe they're thinking of where are they going to give for their tax purposes, and you already know it's an amazing cause, and you can advocate and just let them know that, hey, literally every dollar goes towards impacting a child's story and changing the end of that story, just like the little girl we got to foster, that you got to impact her story, and we got to celebrate that joy of her being in her forever family just after 18 months of being in foster care. And so everybody played a part. The welfare office did their work of getting her paperwork processed and matching her to the adoptive family. You did your job of praying with us, donating so that we could support this foster family with our staff and the foster child and move them through into a healthy forever family. And so that's my ask. We need to reach that goal. We've got like 2 weeks left, and we just really know it's going to take all of us sharing it, and everybody giving something, donating this month. Make it your big one time of the year, double your regular monthly donation, or just send in $25 and just make a difference. Know that you're making an impact for. As of now, we've reached about 95 children through our coming on 7 years of doing family-based care here in Honduras. So that's 95 children you've literally kept from ever having to enter an orphanage, ever having to experience any more trauma in their lives. 95 children who have gotten the love of family or stayed in their biological family because of your support. And so that's huge. I think that's huge. And I just really look forward to the next children and getting to meet them and share their stories with you that we're going to impact next year because of your giving this month. And so jump in. I'm going to send the links. You can text to give. It's all going to be in the message. So please consider doing that right now before you forget. Jump on it today, and just know whatever amount you can give is really impacting a story and changing a story. And you can celebrate that joy with us that you've made that difference. Thank you guys. Have a good Tuesday.